what's going on? It's your host with the most, Lord Byron, back with you with another video. Hope everyone's having a happy holidays, enjoying their Christmas and whatnot. Let's get back into it. So I think we left off at like the Twitter. We got a DM. Wonder who it's from. I think we passed this part.
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say.
Yeah. This was in the last part. So.
I'm kind of getting the impression Doctor Strange is a little bit of a hoarder. I mean, just because it's magical junk doesn't mean it's not junk. You know what they call an artifact that only works in a pocket dimension once every 10,000 years? I don't know either, because I don't hoard junk.
Alright, so we have a hangout. Little bonding time.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Yeah, what about your father?
Was your father there for you when you found out?
Dad was evil too. Long story, lots of drama. There was a cool dinosaur. I'll fill you in later. Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but
or is that a different
yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I'm not too keen on the Nico plot.
Lilith gave birth to me, but Caretaker was my true mother.
Right, so your adoptive mom raised you to kill your birth mom. You'll fit in perfectly. Enough about her crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide.
Quentin Tarantino.
So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I won't forget it.
Oh,
so, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all.
So it's kind of like
do you
like
know
a ghost
everything?
living through the afterlife.
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
Yeah,
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
Okay.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I had some
What about
questions
the
about your old
Runaways?
team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility.
Molly, I remember.
Gert,
I don't remember who Molly is.
She didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I should get
Alright,
going.
that's enough trauma dumping.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad. Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
to stand
Change can be
still is
good,
to move
yeah.
back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know, Agatha, she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
You do not have to do this.
Thank you, but I do. I haven't spoken to anyone about what happened. And more so than anyone, you deserve to know. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but
Agatha was killed.
yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Wanda's
think
powers
that's-
were so
yeah.
out of control they cost a life. Your decision may have saved lives, if not the entire Abbey.
I like to believe that, especially given her current situation. Wanda, Agatha, it seems we have lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Balance. Follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make. Powerful rewards me a lot. Okay. I don't think, it was a bad decision to send Wanda away. I didn't know I could sprint. Out of here. Ooh. Hello, Agatha.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually
Corporeal.
find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
I don't know. Seems kind of sketchy.
Ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as
Now,
much
what
as
if
it
this
ever
is just
was
like
for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge,
trap?
that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
That is something.
Trial of the Elder God. Okay.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm
Nothing in
exists
life
for that
comes
purpose.
easy.
Trial by combat, with no
I
chance of
bet.
outside interference. Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Charlie. Charlie bit my finger. Alright.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the
So Charlie
giver of justice.
applies
You can
to
expect a
Mark.
fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
You were too weak for this fight.
Not a
Your mother abandoned you.
KO.
Now that was something. Their persistence is irritating.
they bank on
Our
mans.
resolve cannot be broken.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Let's hope we can kill my man.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Do
Feel
some
my
crowd
call.
control.
Your time has come. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Return to your mother.
And to end it all.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other
Charlie has a
gods are
girl
waiting.
name. Interesting. That was pretty easy. Why they only give me 1 star? Oh, yeah, I lost 10 points for having him die. So what do we get for completing trial by combat? Am I supposed to get back? A moon set.
This looks like a boss.
Posture gifts allows magical open will allow you to access new areas.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance.
I feel like
Why don't you
Hercules
ask the goddess
working with the
Ashtor
gods.
for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Grant me strength, O great Ashtar. To use a water power, hold right trigger.
The goddess of order approves.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's
Okay,
hard
so we
to
have
believe
our own little
Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from
little
Transia.
mappy map to
Of course, it was no
explore and
coincidence that they
discover.
wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
What time is this? Gotta be at like 11 at night, bro. That was a long night. Then watch movies, visited ghosts, and finally went to sleep. Okay.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Is that what's in them? Or do I have something else?
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
What do y'all think? Should we destroy it or make something powerful?
Do you think this will be enough to give us an edge?
I hope so. Whatever it is, it's quite powerful. I'm relying on my instincts here, but truly that's all I have to rely on until I can find a way to access the Sanctum's archives again.
That seems a bit risky.
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite.
Alrighty. Wait, so did I open it?
Knowing how selective the Suns can be, I'm honored to have you. You have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, Had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath.
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the sanctum's front door. This is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last.
Carol Baskins.
Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. A simple object,
All right.
though certainly not useless.
We got research level. Research projects to take 1 day to complete. Oh wow, so I gotta check this daily?
Remind me again why you haven't digitized this stuff already? This is going to take way longer than it has to.
There's something to be said of the careful study that can only be achieved by examining the physical documents themselves.
Mission vocabulary marvel.
Also, it's a Zen thing then. You become one with the old book and it shares its secrets with you.
Always quick to mock the things you don't understand.
Foundry schematic increase
Oh,
the
no, I'm honestly
ability
interested this time.
options and
Maybe I can
earning
adapt your
additional
technique
ability
into something
analyzing
normal people can
players.
use.
I'm
Crafts.
going to take that as a
So-
compliment.
Let's see. Gear or abilities? Abilities. I come back tomorrow. Alright, well I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge.
Damage enemy or restore.
Until next time.
So instead of 2 heals, I don't want a quick slash plus. Oh, here it is. Edit that. Minimum 4 attacks allowed. Oh, so I have to get rid of a quick slash. So but I can't get rid of that because I need 4 attacks. Okay. Because if you upgrade to Quick Slash, it causes knockback anyway, so...
Hey Hunter,
Wait.
got a sec to spare?
You moving into the forge, Hunter? You've been here
Alright,
more in the
Ghost
past
Rider.
few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
Sparky, yeah.
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed
I just
inside
realized
after
he
the
has different colored
incident with
eyes.
the caretaker Sumerian sofa.
It would be my honor to spar with the spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay.
I didn't know they
let's
had
do
different
this.
names for the
I'll
spirits
get
of
Blake to
vengeance.
set
So
things up.
I wonder what
Won't
Johnny
take a minute.
Blaze's
I will head to the yard.
Spirit Adventure's name was.
When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
The moon. Is that Moon Knight? Yeah. Oh, they have tarot cards. That's cool.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Daily spawn.
Like playing with fire, huh?
Maybe you should be the spirit of
Oh, I thought I could actually do it. Boo.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Carol Danvers.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Yeah,
Well,
what
I
happened to
updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Right, how's it my problem?
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
Don't worry though.
There's
We're gonna
that
bring
can-do,
magic
get
back.
it done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you
Only
better
thing
hurry.
is, how are we
Not
gonna
sure
get
how
her
long
back?
Hydra will remain in their
We
current
can't
position.
open portals ourselves.
And I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Oh, look at all these side quests. Okay, so how am I supposed to know where magic is?
Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her.
Oh, maybe you have to talk to everybody. Okay.
Well met.
Doctor, have you seen Magic recently?
I'm curious why you would be asking me that. Perhaps I'm just being sensitive, but I get the feeling she doesn't like me very much. I suspect it has something to do with losing Wanda. Sorry I can't help you more.
You would not perchance know where I can find Magic?
Sure, just look all around you. The Abbey is literally littered with magic. Can't go anywhere without tripping over some hex or curse.
Right. Thank you, Tony.
Who's up next? Ghost Rider? I'm gonna talk to Nico last. I feel like she would know. She's like the closest one to magic.
Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble. Apocalypse prophecies. The Bronx.
It is
Not
indeed,
the Bronx
Daywalker.
slander.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, she is quite the marvel.
But
I see what you did there, and you're not wrong. Never met a gal who could throw me into the sun before.
She is a formidable ally in our struggle against Lilith.
Hell yeah, she is. Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
hold on.
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
Some
Blade
keep
got a-
kills with arrows, some with traps.
Blade got a thing for
What the hell are you
Captain
talking
Marvel.
about?
It is Shakespeare for you fancy her.
I do not. I respect her as a fellow warrior.
Mm-hmm.
The same way you respect Tony or
Dr.
caretaker?
Umar would not
Hell
approve.
no. It's... Never mind.
And therefore is Winged Cupid painted blind.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go kill some monsters or something. Let's just keep
Blade
this
over
a
here
chat to
simping for
ourselves
Captain
now.
Marvel? What?
Have you seen...
No.
All right.
My boy simping over Captain Marvel? Which way do I have to go? Go up to the front.
Robbie, have you seen magic?
No, but there were some pretty crazy energy flashes coming from the dorms a few minutes ago. It usually means she wants to be left alone. Trust me on that.
Thanks, Robbie.
The barracks. Can I still ask Nico? What's she doing in the barracks? Oh, she just got her door open?
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
Oh, not put down the book, we need you.
It is never
Talk
easy
about
to lose
Wanda.
a comrade. I know this too well.
We did not lose Wanda. We let her go. Before any of this started. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
I do not suppose there are any spells in there that will banish Lilith and save the world?
Hard to say. These incantations appear to have been written for Wanda alone. Maybe a world without Wanda is one we are not meant to save. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
Nah, these responses are crazy.
We will find her. I can feel it.
And just who will find her? Caretaker? The Avengers? Do not try to fool me with your false empathy, Hunter. I know Caretaker will never waste resources looking for her.
Ileana, just open the portal.
You are like an
Damn.
Avenger. All you do is take, take, take. You expect too much.
No, I didn't even
Okay.
say all that.
I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Let's see here.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Okay, well, I think we're gonna end it here. Reached about like 40 minutes or so. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next part.